Watch out.
Joe Flacco arriving to take on a team he, of course, led to the Super Bowl once upon a time. Browns and Ravens today. A lot of ill feelings between these teams.
Jerry, Baltimore secondary, a lot of notable names back there. Just what are the challenges that presents to you guys at RC?
No challenges.
How hard is he to bring down?
Not hard.
Derek, you get a chance to see Grant Delpit. You said that you're not hard to tackle on. Do you have a reaction to that?
I mean, I saw that. I saw his coach had a tweet, a quote, and, he had a quote. We'll see on Sunday.
Okay, so the stage is set. Adam Schefter, a lot of noise between these teams, and you've uncovered some fascinating news about another way these teams are connected as of this spring.
Gurney was all set. A consensus had been reached. The Baltimore Ravens, were planning to select Shedeur Sanders in the 5th round with the 141st overall selection. But when he found out, he got word back to the Ravens that he preferred not to go to a place where he would be competing and backing up Lamar Jackson. He wanted to be in a place that he could play. And so when the Ravens got that message, they pivoted, went a different direction with the 141st overall selection. And 3 picks later, the Cleveland Browns selected Shedeur Sanders, who will be in Baltimore today, where he could have been spending his NFL career if he were willing to back up Lamar Jackson. Preferred not to do that. And so Shedeur Sanders will make that trip to Baltimore today. Could have been a Raven, but he's a Brown, 3rd string on the depth chart, Randy.
Shefty, the intrigue of Shedeur Sanders and the story of that weekend at the draft just sort of never ends. And so here we hear this, that he chose not to go to Baltimore. Teddy, reaction?
Yeah, you want to go somewhere where you compete to be a starter. That's me. I don't play quarterback, but I hear that. Listen, I just want to go to any team where I can compete, being behind Lamar Jackson, or I just want to be a starter. Where can I compete to be a starter? I think that's what Shedeur was thinking there.
Does it make sense to you, Randy, for him to say, Lamar's there, he's going to be there for a decade, it's not a place I'm going to get a chance to play? Do you think it's a sensible choice?
Let me piggyback off of Teddy. You talk about Lamar Jackson's going to be probably retired with this organization. So if the backup does get in, he's in for garbage time. So I can see why Shedeur Sanders made that decision. I want to go compete for a job and get out there and play as a rookie.
Yeah. I think this is insane, right? Like, if this is true, I think this is crazy, right? At this point, you're in the 5th round. I understand you had higher hopes, but you've dropped to the 5th round, and you're thinking about being a starting quarterback the next year. I think this is incredibly short-sighted. Like, if you're in this situation, you want to go to an organization that is going to develop you, right? Here you have the Baltimore Ravens, the model of stability in the NFL. This regime's been together for how many decades now? And actually has a track record to develop quarterbacks. Joe Flacco, Lamar, right? Instead, you choose the Cleveland Browns because you think you have a chance to start the next year. And mind you, the Cleveland Browns, who are on the opposite end of the spectrum when it comes to stability, right? This is the same organization that walked away from Baker Mayfield as the #1 pick in the draft. What's he gone on to do? Only led the NFL in touchdown passes since joining the Bucs, right? How many there's been 700 starting quarterbacks in the last 20 years for the Cleveland Browns. This makes zero sense. You want to go to a good organization where you can develop and reach your potential.
But Alex, you said a key thing there about they develop quarterbacks. But if you think you don't need to develop. Now you're looking for a responsibility. He certainly doesn't think he needs developing. He thought he was going to be the first overall pick. So for him, Cleveland made more sense and guess what? I wouldn't be surprised by the end of the year if he doesn't start for the Cleveland Browns. Anybody?
It does no good to go play
on the field, right?
Not in a bad situation. No, you go put bad film out there. See how that does for your career. It'll be a quick ticket out of it.
It's an interesting juxtaposition between that position and all the others, right? At any other position, you just want a chance, is what you're saying, Teddy. But quarterback is sort of a unique set of circumstances.
You're not going to see the field in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Ever.
Why is that a bad thing for a couple years?
Because you can't play.
No, get out of here.
Lamar Jackson is not a couple of years. I'm talking about maybe 8
not
to
even
10
2,
plus.
yeah.
As a 5th-round pick, he's only signing a 3-year contract, right? You go learn for a few years, you get better at your game. The wake-up call of, hey, I am a 5th-round pick. I'm not a finished product. I need to get better.
So lastly with this, if he signed a 3-year deal with the Cleveland Browns, do you expect to see him on the field within those 3 years?
Oh, he probably will.
Okay.
He might.
Okay.
He will.
But if he would have signed a 3-year deal with the Baltimore Baltimore Ravens. Would you expect to see him on the field within 3 years?
I mean, hopefully not. Hopefully Lamar's playing. He plays in the preseason. He gets better every year, and then he goes out and proves himself later when he's more prepared to have success.
And maybe tries to become the next Sam Darnold or Baker Mayfield or someone who
Countless
finds success in their next stop. It's an interesting decision. Again, endlessly interesting what happened with Shedeur that weekend.
I don't play
Meanwhile,
quarterback.
Jets and Bills in the early.
In the NFL, featuring no less than 12 games where first-round quarterbacks are going head-to-head. That's the most in a single week in NFL history.
Cool. We are digging deep into week 2 with the best football minds in the business. Mike Greenberg, the Sunday NFL Countdown crew. Good morning, fellas.
Hey, guys.
Guys, we got a number 1 overall.
We do indeed. The fans in Pittsburgh are ready for some football today. TJ Watt and that defense looking to bounce back despite a win against the Jets. You know, they weren't thrilled with the way that turned out. And here are those great minds. The number 1 pick is Alex Smith. Rex and Randy and Teddy here. We're ready to go. And as we look forward to some of these great games, Randy, let's start with that one in Pittsburgh.
Well, there's one thing you didn't show. You didn't see the terrible towel twirling. That's one thing that I want to see in Pittsburgh because Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers are coming back. And the reason why I'm highlighting this man right here, DK Metcalf, came to the Pittsburgh Steelers this offseason. What, is he just a deep threat? No, I'm showing you just put the ball in this young man's hand and he's going to make some big things happen. Well, he's going against his former team. 6'4" cornerback Rick Woolen. Hey, I know your advantages. I know your disadvantages. It's going down. Terrible talent. Is it 12 in the day?
All right, let's go. Eagles at Chiefs, Super Bowl rematch. And this Chiefs defensive line has got to be better. Look at these pockets. 4, 5, 6 hitch touchdown passes. They have got to be better today. What do you think Jalen Hurts is going to do against that? And then on the other side of the ball, let's get back to running the football. We're missing 2 starting wide receivers. I'll tell you what, this guy number 10, Pacheco, still runs hard. They need to get back to controlling the line of scrimmage if they're going to have a chance today. I need to see a Chiefs.
Hey, Jets versus Bills. It's all about Josh Allen, right? Keep him on the sideline. How? Brees Lightning. You're burning up the quarter mile. Brees Lightning, go, Brees Lightning. Feed him the football. Let's go, Jets. We got a chance. I think they're live dogs today. Watch out, Bills. Brees Hall.
Hey, fellas, I don't have a song for you, but I'm going Dan the Lion. Dan Campbell against his former offensive coordinator, Ben Johnson, in film wall during Sunday NFL Countdown. Alex Smith is going to show you. Caleb Williams did some great things. I know they lost, but Caleb Williams is really starting to pick up that offense. He's going to have to play well today.
Falling to 0-2 or fear of it is going to be one of the big themes on the program today. One of those 2 teams is going to fall into that dreaded place, and we have so much coming up in our 3 hours today. We'll be live in Pittsburgh. Is it a DK Metcalf revenge game? Sal Palantonio will go one-on-one with him. We'll also go one-on-one with Saquon Barkley before the Super Bowl rematch. And our 3 favorite words, you got mossed. All that and more as we get rolling in 15 minutes right now. Hannah and Jay, back to you.
All right, Greeny, thank you much. Again, that's more on that super rematch today at Arrowhead. Chiefs and Eagles in the marquee afternoon matchup. And Jeff Darlington back with us from Kansas City now. Jeff, what are the Chiefs saying about overcoming the absence of Xavier Worthy?
Well, I can tell you this team hoped to be more explosive out of the gates this year. It was the talk of the offseason. That now, though, put a little bit on hold because Xavier Worthy, as you mentioned, will be out of this game with that dislocated shoulder. Obviously, Rashee Rice still 5 more games in his suspension. So the team instead going back to the idea of a balanced offense. Offensive coordinator Matt Nagy saying that they want more balance in this game. Now, they also have Juju Smith-Schuster.